What is up, Holden fam? So, a couple days ago, posted a storytime video on this channel, and everybody seemed to really like it. So, here's a part 2 to that video. Yeah, if you haven't seen the first one, I recommend you watch it. This one will make a lot more sense if you do, so I'll stop right now, and you can go check the description box for the link to that video. Okay, if you're still here, good job, that means you've watched the video. So, before we get into today's story time, though, this is not my normal setup, and you guys who have been here for a while know that I'm actually in my brother Ali's room. Well, it was his room. He died of leukemia about a year ago. You guys would have liked him. I can do a whole video on Ali because he's just really awesome. You guys would have loved him. Wish I could have made videos with him. Remember, hit the subscribe button down below. I'll wait. And give this video a huge thumbs up if you want more like it. Now, on to the story. Part 1 ended with my roommate leaving on his date with the girl that I used to be friends with. And part 2 is going to pick up where that leaves off. So, right after he left, the guy that doesn't like him, that had been in my room prior to my roommate coming back, walked back in, and he basically just kept talking to me and popping pimples until dinner. We walked down to the dining hall, you know, normally, had dinner. It was always disgusting. It was Saturday nights, and so on Saturdays they always had this really great plasticky steak, if you could even call it that, because on Sundays a lot of parents visited, and they could be like, so what'd you eat for dinner last night? Oh, well, I had some steak last night. You know, it's so fake. Honestly, just let them eat. Let us eat what we normally eat, so we can be honest with our parents. Imagine not being fake and phony. Could not be Pensy. So, after dinner, my dude, Mal Brossard and I, we were going to go to the movies, and I was like, okay, I don't want to leave this kid alone. So, I asked if we could bring the annoying person from next door. I was like, hey, can we bring him? Because, you know, I don't want him to feel left out or anything. So he comes with us. We get a hamburger, and then we're gonna go to the movies, which I hate the movies, you know? Everybody's like, oh my goodness, have you seen that Titanic? I cried. Have you seen The Notebook? I cried. Oh my goodness, but it's a movie. Come on. Actors are some of the fakest people ever. They're literally paid to be fake. Think about that for a second. What is an actor? Somebody that acts something out. They're fake. Like, people base their lives off of these movies that are fake. They're phony. I could do a whole video on movies. But, so tell me in the comments actually if you want me to do something like that. Yeah. But, so Apple, and my buddy Mal had already seen this movie, and they're the ones that care about the movies, so we just decided to come home. I still had to write that paper for my roommate, so, and of course, you know, neighboring roommate guy wanted to be like, hey, so what's up? And I was like, I have to write a paper for my roommate, and he went, oh, got a blast, you know, don't like that guy. So I did. It was supposed to be a descriptive thing about like a room, so I couldn't. Bless me. Bless me. But I decided that I couldn't do a room because it's boring and I didn't have anything to say about a room. You know what I did have something to say about was my brother Allie. That's whose room I'm in. He had a baseball glove and he had this green pen and he'd write poems in this glove, and it was really cute in my opinion. Like, it was just something so simple, yet like that's just something that Allie would do. And there's a lot that you can write about that, or at least that I could. So that's what I did. And I really liked it. I got out Allie's glove to write some of those poems and, you know, quote it in this paper. And it was really good paper, at least in my opinion. And I was really proud of it. And I had to do it on my roommate's really gross, really crappy computer because I had lent mine to somebody else, which was a whole long story. Part 3, question mark. And if you let me know in the comments down below if you want me to do part 3 of, or I guess 0.5 of why I didn't have my computer. So yeah. And then my roommate comes home, right? Or comes back to the apartment after his date. Has the audacity to read this paper and be like, it was supposed to be about a room or a house. No. So of course I tear it up, you know. I get angry sometimes and I just like, that was the easiest thing. And he kept being so disrespectful and I just, for some reason I kind of snapped, I'll be honest. I went, no, do not do that to me. So I just kept insulting him and eventually he punched me. But honestly, mood. Like, you know, sometimes I am pretty annoying, but like, and I kind of was wanting him to punch me, honestly, because, you know, I don't know, I'm kind of crazy like that, literally, so yeah, basically, then what happened was I went over to I went over to that room. His roommate always went home on the weekends, so I was like, hey, can I sleep over there? And, you know, of course I was still bleeding because I had been punched. And then he was like, sure. And I kept annoying him, you know, because he just wanted to sleep. And I was like, I'm lonely, you know, because apparently when I don't want somebody with me, this guy was like, I'm here. But then when I do want somebody with me, he's like, well, I have mass in the morning, you know? So I sat there kind of contemplating life for a little while, because what else do I do? A lot of things, actually. I hardly ever contemplate life. Well, that's an absolute lie. Like I said, I'm a really good liar, but this is 100% true. And then I was like, you know what, I'm getting kicked out of here anyway. Why am I still here? I could just leave. You know, like, my parents don't know that I'm getting kicked out. I have money. So what I did was I went over to the guy that had my computer and I said, hey, do you want to buy my computer? And he gave me some money for it. Honestly, less than it was worth, but you know, that's okay. I just wanted some money. So then I left. I said, bye. And the next morning I got a couple texts. So I'll show you some texts. So the first one is from my roommate asking if I had done the assignment. Here it is, probably right there. And then, so after I left, like I left, I grabbed my stuff and I said, got a blast, time to leave. So later that night, my roommate was like trying to find me, but I was just still really mad, so I wasn't answering him back, obviously. So here is my roommate and all of his amazing glory here, being a butt, an absolute butt cheek. Here is that. And then the next morning after mass, the neighboring kid came back and was like, "Where is he?" And my roommate was like, "I don't know where he is." So here are some more texts. And that's about it. Let me know if you want a part 3, friends, because that's where the story ends. But there is more that happened. But like, part 3. So, if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button, click the little bell to get notifications for when I post. I post every other day, friends. And hit that like button if you want more content like this. Let me know in the comments what you think. Bye, Holden out.